Hello, my name is Kip Cornett. I'm president of Cornett Integrated Marketing Solutions. A resident of Lexington for now getting pretty close to 5 decades. I'm very excited about the World Equestrian Games because I just think it's a unique opportunity for us to showcase what Lexington is to the world, and also I think the opportunity for Lexington to prove to itself what it can do. I think there's been a lot of discussion over the last 2 decades of people talking about Lexington's potential, and I think this is a moment in time where we really, hopefully, can live up to the full potential of our city. I think the World Equestrian Games are something that obviously is probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, given the fact that this is the first time that the World Equestrian Games have ever occurred outside of Europe, and we already know where they're going to be in 2014. And of course, if things go great, we'd love to have them back here, but it is kind of Olympic in nature in that it's hard to get it back. I think once the reality settled in that this was going to be something that was still worldwide in nature, still going to have a minimum of over 250,000 guests in our town, it becomes pretty clear that, again, that is that great opportunity for us to showcase what Lexington is all about. But as a fan of sports, which I am, I'm a big believer in X factors. And I think the X factor to me in the success of the games is how the locals participate. Because this is not like the Olympics and that people think in terms of where there's going to be 500,000 or more people that come from all over the world. We know that we're going to have a lot of visitors. We're going to have people that are going to be seeing Lexington for the first time. But I think the X factor in the game's success really lies with the people that live and work here every day. And that really comes from 2 parts. I think the first part is, we can invite our friends, our neighbors, our business associates to come to Central Kentucky because this is going to be a special moment in time that everything from our downtown and kind of the rebirth of downtown, what's going on at the horse park and this world-class activities, but this is going to be like showing it off to your friends and neighbors and business associates, the best that it's ever been, the best that it's going to look, the most activities that's ever really happened over a 17-day period in the history of Central Kentucky. So kind of that first piece is inviting Uncle Harry from Chicago or the cousin that lives in Delaware or a business. There's a reason to have a business meeting and bring 10 people up here and say, you're not going to believe what's going on in Central Kentucky. So that's kind of one part of it, that's part of the X factor. And the other is, nobody's really absolutely positively sure exactly how many people are going to come here. But we know it's literally hundreds of thousands, whether that's 200,000 or 300,000. We'll see what that number might be. Maybe it's more, maybe it's a little bit less, but there's no question there's going to be more guests in our city than at any time in our history. Even the Final Fours, anything that we can imagine, there's nothing that's been like this. As we do know that there's over 1,000 journalists from all over the world that are going to be coming to Central Kentucky. So these are people that are mass communicators. So they're going to be painting a real interesting picture, hopefully, of Central Kentucky. So the second part of how the locals can be that X factor is making sure our guests, making sure those journalists are blown away by the hospitality, by the energy, by the enthusiasm, by the participation of the locals. Because as we all know, no matter if you travel just to another state or another country, usually what you take back is your interaction with the locals. I can't believe how nice they were, or I can't believe how rude they were. So the day after the games, when those hopefully hundreds of thousands of guests return to their home state, their home country, that they're going to be singing the praises of Central Kentucky, singing the praises of Lexington and saying, if you've never been, you better get there, and you're going to be blown away. You're going to be blown away by the way it looks, the soul and the style of the city, and how friendly and wonderful the people are, because the real residual effect of the games is going to be, I think, how we perform as Lexingtonians. I've seen the horse park. Very excited about what's going on out there, and there's no question that the equestrian world is tickled to death with what we've done there. Now we have to deliver on the other part of it, and if we do, I think we'll reap the dividends for years and years. Hopefully our children and grandchildren will be reaping those rewards from the tourism side and even also from the business side, where people, I'd love to see 2 or 3 or more, let's make that number a lot bigger, of people that come here that have the ability to live or do business wherever they choose. It wouldn't be great if that was right in Central Kentucky.